Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and for today's video I'm going to be doing my week 3 check-in for my February monthly budget. So let me go ahead and get my budget planner out. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys to the actual monthly budget page. If you guys have not checked out my February monthly budget video, I suggest you guys do, but this is how that spread came out. And as you guys can see, I do have all of my sections separated from my income, which does include my hourly and my variable income. I have both of my expenses, so I have my variable expenses, which are, with the exception of the phone bill, my cash envelopes, and my fixed expenses, which are mostly my bills. And then I do have this whole separate side for the totals. So I do have an income minus variable and fixed expenses section. And this is just where I'm going to be putting my savings for the month of February. If you guys would like to check out the stickers that I use for this spread, they are from my Etsy sticker shop. I'll go ahead and leave a link for it down below as always, but it is just Romina Rosa on Etsy. So let me go ahead and bring you guys to the weekly check-in page. So it's already week 3, you guys, and I can't believe how fast the weeks have been going by. As you guys know, my birthday is actually on February 27th, and I really can't believe that the time has been going by so fast. So for week 3, we are going to be checking from the 10th until the 16th. And let me show you guys how my monthly expense tracker looks like. So this is how the monthly view looks like with all of my variable and fixed expenses. So like I mentioned, we are going to be looking at the 10th until the 16th. And as you guys can see, I do have a bit of expenses as well as I have a couple of bills. So if you guys have not been following my budget for the month of February, then you guys wouldn't know this, but I actually did start utilizing the cash envelope system. So if you guys don't know, the cash envelope system is basically a system where you have different envelopes for each category of your budget. So things that you will overspend in, like groceries, eating out, gas, and I even do have an allowance cash envelope and a beauty one. If you guys would like to use the cash envelope method, I do suggest that you pick categories that work for you the best. So these are the categories that I have for myself. I did do a whole cash envelope stuffing video, so if you guys would like to check that out, I'll go ahead and probably link it up in the cards. If you guys didn't know, these cash envelopes are actually from the Budget Mom on Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys to this side, but as you guys can see, what I really like about these cash envelopes is that they do have on the back of them this tracker. So you do put your category here, the amount that you're starting with, and as you're using up that money, you can go ahead and put the dates, the description for what you use the money for, the amount, and the balance that you have left over. And I really like that because that keeps me in check as to how much money I have for the rest of the month, and it makes me not overspend. That is basically the main reason why I even started the cash envelope system. Before, I would just use my card for everything, and when you're using a card, you really don't realize how much money you're spending, whereas if you're using cash envelopes, you can literally see you spending all the money as you're spending it, and that just really brings you back. At least it does to me, and it keeps me very accountable of my expenses, and it has been for the past couple of weeks. So these are my categories. I have food, gas, shopping, and unbudgeted. For food, I do count both of my cash envelopes, which are my groceries and eating out. Although they do have their respective cash envelope, I do like to put them together whenever I am tracking food, but I'm never taking any money from my groceries whenever I'm eating out, or vice versa. So they have their respective cash envelope, but I do track that as food. Then we do have gas, which is just by itself, obviously. And then for shopping, I do track both my beauty and allowance as shopping, but they do have their respective cash envelopes. And then last but not least, I don't have an unbudgeted cash envelope because I don't budget my unbudgeted category. That is just there just in case I do have any unexpected expenses during the month, and I can go ahead and track them, which is the reason why I really like doing this weekly check-in, because I am seeing how I'm doing with my spending as the weeks go by, and this really prevents me from being surprised at the end of the month if, let's say, I was over my budget. So that's why I really like doing all of this for my monthly budget. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys back. So like I mentioned, the first category that I have is food, and as you guys can see from my little key here, food is all the pinks. So for food, I do have 2 entries right here. So I have that I went to Target, I actually got 2 salads for the week. That was $6. And then I actually did go out to eat with my dad. We went to this Mexican restaurant. He had the day off, so we went to go eat lunch. And he did pay for the food, so I just went ahead and paid for tip. So that was $5. And that is $11 altogether. So I want you guys to see how, although these are both food expenses, how I am tracking them in my cash envelope. So for groceries, you guys can see that on the 12th, I did go to Target and that was $6, so that means I have $60 left over. And I want to go ahead and just count the money with you guys. So then we have 20, 40, 50, and 60. So that was $60 left in my groceries envelope. And then I want to show you guys eating out, because although they are both food, I did take the money out from the respective cash envelope. So for eating out, I went to La Barca, which is a Mexican restaurant, on the 15th. I took out $5 for the tip, and that left me with $40. And as you guys can see, 20, 40. So that is how I am tracking my monthly expenses with the help of my cash envelopes. I really have just been liking that method, and it's just what's been working out for me. So I do plan on keep doing it this way up until it doesn't end up working for me anymore, but it has been working for me so far. So like I mentioned, for food I spent $11 altogether. So that means that I will subtract 11 from the 111 that I had remaining last week. And that means that I have $100 left over in food, which is true because if we look at my eating out, I have 40, and my groceries, I have 60. So 60 plus 40 is 100. And I don't know if this might seem like a lot to do for a budget or for a weekly check-in, but like I mentioned, this is just what's been working for me. You don't have to budget the way that I do, but every time I do track an expense, I like to check it off. So let me get my red pen. And this is just an Erin Condren dual tip marker. So La Barca and then Target. And I actually do have a couple of bill dues. And if you guys are wondering where these are actually from my Etsy sticker shop. I just uploaded a new releases video last week where I brought these stickers as well as my April colored budget and financial trackers. So go ahead and check that out if you guys are interested. But I did pay my Victoria's Secret. I actually paid all of these. My Bank of America, not Spotify because that one is on auto pay, so not yet. Then Walmart and Amazon. So I have paid all of my bills. The only thing that I have not paid yet are my Spotify and T-Mobile. That one is on auto pay as well. So okay, so I checked off both of my foods, and then for gas, as you guys can see, it is the blue sticker, and I don't have any, which is really, really good for me. As you guys know, I've certainly been over my budget on gas just because I've been having to drive a lot in the past, whether it be for work and school, tutoring, and all of that. But as of now, I'm only driving to work. I don't have school anymore. As you guys know, I did already graduate last semester. I already got my diploma in the mail too. I should show it to you guys. Maybe next video. So I'm going to put that I didn't spend anything. So that means that I have $70 left over. And if we take a look at my cash envelope, as you guys can see, it says $70 of balance. So that means that 20, 40, 60, and 70. So that's that. I really can't believe that I have $70 left over in my gas, and we only have 2 more weeks. That's really, really good. I know I will be pumping gas this week, which is going to be next weekly check-in for you guys, just because I'm very low on it, but I'm really happy that I didn't have to pump any last week. And then we have my shopping category. And for shopping, as you guys can see, it is the purple sticker, and I do have 2 entries. So the first entry that I have is for some slime. I don't know what it is about slime videos on Instagram, but they have been all over my explore page, and I literally got sucked into this black hole of just pure slime videos. And I don't know if you guys really like ASMR and all of that, but I am in love with all of that. So the sounds that these slimes make, is super satisfying, and I literally watched like so many videos, and I even showed my little brother. So I came to the conclusion that I was gonna buy a slime for myself. I actually already got it, so I can show you it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and show you guys. I brought the slime, and this is what it looks like. It's just from Soft Rock Slimes. And isn't this so cool? Okay, if you guys have never seen a slime video, this is going to be your first. So they basically just like play with it, and like the noise is really nice. And it's like all the beads go up. It's really nice, you guys, and it feels really cool to play with. Some of you guys are probably like, what is this girl? Like, this girl is crazy. I know, but I got really sucked into these videos, so I decided to buy one for me and my little brother to just play with, I guess. Oh my god, I'm a 23-year-old playing with slime. Okay, okay, next. So I went ahead and got that, and that was $10. And I actually did go to my friend Monica's birthday celebration, which was at the club that she works at. So I did pay $25 for that because it was for VIP. So that did come out of my allowance cash envelope. As you guys can see, my beauty still has $24. I didn't spend anything for this. So 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. So $24 in my beauty envelope. And then I did end up getting the money for these from my allowance. As you guys can see, I bought slime on the 10th for $10. That left me with $70. And then for Monica's birthday celebration, that was $25. So that left me with $45. So 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's that. And I'm not upset that I had to pay the $25 because I had such a great time, and it was for my friend's birthday. So when it comes to things like that, that is literally the reason why I have an allowance envelope as sort of my cushion. Because let's say something unexpected comes up, or I don't have enough money in my other cash envelopes. I mentioned this example with my gas. If I didn't have enough money to pump gas, that's something that I definitely need to do. So I want to have some sort of allowance or cushion in my budget that will cover for those little expenses. Obviously, I'm not going to be buying from those excessively because I want to make sure that I have enough money to cover other expenses that I may have. But that's the reason why I have the allowance. I was okay with paying the $25 here as well, just because, I don't know if you guys know this, but I used to make like makeup tutorials and network with a lot of beauty brands and go to conferences and stuff like that. So I do have quite a bit of makeup that I've been sent as PR. So I went ahead and just shopped my stash of makeup, of new makeup of course, and I found a couple of things for her. So that was her birthday present, so I did save on that. I didn't have to also get her a birthday present, so I'm not mad about the $25 at all. So together the slime was $10, and my friend Monica's celebration was $25, so that adds to $35. So for shopping, we have 35 minus 104. That means I have $69 left over, like I already counted. So that was the 45 from my allowance, and the 24 from beauty, 69. So that's what I have left over. So I'm going to go ahead and check those off before I forget. I hope you guys are not judging me about the slime right now. Then last but not least, as you guys can see, for my unbudgeted category, that is with the red stickers, and I don't have any, which is really, really great. I'm really happy that I have not had an unbudgeted expense. So I'm going to put zeros because I didn't have any, and just the line through that. So that is the weekly check-in for all of my categories. But next I am going to be showing you guys my sinking funds page and my variable income, just because I did do some spending there. So let me go ahead and bring you guys to my sinking funds page, which is on the very first page of the month. So for my sinking funds, as you guys can see, I did do 2 transactions. From my transaction log, I paid my car insurance, which was $250. So that was for my car insurance. The date was the 11th, the amount $250, and the description I just put payment. And as you guys can see, 100 plus 150, that would have been the 250. So I did have enough money to pay for that. So now I'm going to go ahead and just write the negative because I don't have any more left over. So 250, and that will leave us with my camera turned off, but I went ahead and just put a 0 there just because I'm not going to be using it again this month. And then last but not least, I did make a transaction for my Valentine's Day fund. So that was on Valentine's Day. Paul actually did come up here for a little Valentine's Day celebration. So I ended up just paying for the tip, and we went to the mall and we got some Auntie Anne's, so a pretzel and I believe a lemonade. So that was $17.88 or around there. I did have at the end, I would have had $47.88. So I went ahead and just put $17.88. I don't think it was exactly that, but the rest of the change, if you guys would like to know what I'm doing with all of my change for my sinking funds or for my cash envelopes, because as you guys know, I don't keep like cents here. If you guys would like to know what it is that I do with that, I can go ahead and make a whole video about that, as well as where I keep my sinking funds. If you guys are interested in all of that, I can go ahead and make a whole video about that. So go ahead and do let me know by commenting down below. So that was $17.88, and I did have, or I would have had, $47.88. So I only spent $17.88, so that means that I have $30 left over, which I actually put right here in this pocket. So as you guys can see, I do have the $30 left over from Valentine's Day, and me and Paul decided that I was going to go ahead and put this money towards debt. I didn't end up spending any more because he did pay for dinner for us, and this is going to show up in my debt payoff plan for the month of March, just because I'm going to be doing my February one pretty soon. So you guys will see that money going towards debt for the month of March. So I think that's a really nice thing to do. Obviously, I could save that money for, let's say, next Valentine's Day, but it's a whole year from now, and I could use these $30 to pay a little bit of my debts. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my variable income page. So my variable income is right next to my February spread. As you guys can see, my two variable incomes, they're still just YouTube and share sale. And for my spending tracker, as you guys saw, I did make quite a bit of expenses last weekly check-in, but for this week, I actually didn't do any. And the reason being is because I saw how much it was that I purchased that past week, and I just really got down to telling myself that I don't need to buy any more things. The only thing that I will be purchasing for my YouTube is going to be my April kits for my plan with me. So that's probably going to be one of the last things that I will be buying for the month with my variable income. But that is pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and bring you back to the weekly check-in page. This is the cash amount that I have left over in my cash envelopes, and I think so far so good. I think I'm still doing pretty good with my expenses. I think I'm doing really good with my gas. My allowance is doing pretty good. My beauty, I do think I will be over, so I might end up getting a couple of dollars for my allowance just to cover for the tip, because I believe I want to get my nails done for my birthday. For my eating out, I have $40, which should be good because that means that I would have 20 and 20 to use for the next 2 weeks. And then for my groceries, I have $60, so that means I have $30 for the next 2 weeks to use. So that's really good. I think I'm doing pretty good. I don't have any unbudgeted expenses, which is amazing. So I'm really happy with how this budget and how using my cash envelopes has really helped out my spending and my budget as a whole. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions for me. I will try to link everything that I use down below, so go ahead and check out my description box for all of that. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.